Hey guys, this is Fragmented Gamer, and pretty much wanted to make a quick installation tutorial for this mod for Quake 4. This is for the Fractured Strogg mod. If you've ever heard of this, this is basically turning Quake 4 into its own Halo game. You can see some of the screenshots here. I mean, they implement quite a few Halo weapons, changes quite a bit, adds ODST drop pods. I mean, it reworks the entire campaign with Halo in mind, and it's actually pretty wild. It's definitely worth playing. However, a lot of people, from what I've seen, have issues with installing this mod, and it's honestly not that difficult. I know when I first tried to install it, it was a bit of a pain, but anyways, just to get to it, you're going to want to start off with Quake 4. You need the game copy Quake 4 installed. However you get that, I have a copy from GOG, Good Old Games, and so I just use that copy. Otherwise, I mean, you can find the game really cheap on sale, like on even websites like G2A. But so ignoring all of this, you're gonna need Quake 4. Quake 4 installed. Okay, Quake 4 is good. Quake 4 is good to go. Alrighty, so going back to it then, you're going to have to actually download this file, Halo Fracture Strogg release 1.01. I'll have this link in the description. Basically, it's going to be a folder that's around 3 gigabytes, and once it's fully extracted, it's closer to 8, I believe, somewhere around there. And then also this tutorial, I'm going to pretty much give you guys some insight. With this mod, it says you can't play it with Quake 4 Tweaker. That's what I initially went by when I played through this prior, or, started hopping into it. And you actually can. I have a previous YouTube channel, OniXT, and did some of a playthrough of this game on there. And someone in the comments let me know that you can do it. So I figured out how to do it today, and I figured I'd share it because a lot of people think you can't. So for people that don't know, also who aren't 3,000 years old, Quake 4 is extremely old. It's even on modern PCs, it kind of, I don't want to say it runs like crap, but you get random frame drops. You try to open the game, sometimes it's locked to like 30 FPS when it should be locked to 60. But, we're in 2026. People have monitors with higher refresh rates than 60 FPS. So pretty much I wanted to show everybody how to do this. You're going to want to install this. I will have this site linked as well. You just click download this file, and extremely small. I think it's probably less than a megabyte, actually. It could be a few. I mean, well, it's 1.12 megabytes, so very small. And this will let you fix like field of view. This will let you fix frame rate. I mean, it does a lot. And also, just because we're going to be needing to hear some of these sound effects to know that the tweaker is enabled, I'm going to go ahead and switch to my headphones. 1 second here. Alrighty, so we got that back. And then, yeah, so taking a look, you just want to at least download this file and download this file. And what you're going to be left with is these two files right here. And pretty much you're going to need to extract them. I believe Windows nowadays has like a just built-in extraction tool. If you don't, WinRAR, stuff like that works. These are just RAR files, like zip files, basically. They pretty much act the same way, just kind of compresses data down, and then when you extract it out, it's usually a bit more. So what you're going to want to do for at least this, you extract it, and I'm just going to do that for the sake of this. I already did it, but when you clicked, or actually, no, because it's going to take a few minutes to extract, but you're going to be left with a folder that looks like this. And inside that folder that says fracture underscore Strogg, you're going to be seeing this folder. And what a lot of people get confused about, and I know this sounds really stupid, but what a lot of people get confused about is they just drop this folder into their Quake 4 folder. What you actually need to do is click into here, and that's where you're going to see that folder, Quake 2554. And what you're going to do, you're going to rip the Quake 2554 folder. You're just going to basically, it's not letting me because it's still compressed, but you would just like cut. You could copy it, but again, it's like 8 gigs, so I don't know if you want to copy 8 gigabytes. But you just cut it, and then you just plop it into here. Just paste. And you can see mine is already here. Didn't do anything else, so this is the folder. And by normal mod standards, you would click this, play fracture strogg.bat. You may not see the .bat if you don't have like viewing your extensions enabled. It doesn't matter, but this is what you typically click on to play the mod. And that means you're limited to like certain resolutions. You could eventually, go into like the config folders and like look how to change the resolution, all that. But why do that if there's a simple fix that works even better, right? So now that you got Quake 2554, this is Fractured Strogg, you got that dropped in here. Then you're also going to be left with this Quake 4 tweaker. I'm just going to delete that. And then, okay, so with this one, it's extremely small, so I could just do it in the video. You're just going to hit extract all, and same idea, with this. You hop into here, and it's going to have readme.pdf md. Usually you want to read this just to know, and it pretty much says this mod allows you to change the FPS limit above 60. It fixes different issues, fixes texture bugs. You could change your resolution straight from in there. And again, from the modders, it didn't work. But again, like I was told by a previous viewer that it did, and sure enough, when I launched it today, it does. So what you do is you copy all of this, or just hit cut, copy, either or work, and you just plop that into your Quake 4 folder, just right here, just straight into the main inventory. And I apologize if it looks a little confusing. I always end up making like a folder and then putting in the game actually installs, so it's Quake 4 under Quake 4. But besides that, this is the Quake 4 folder. You just extracted both of those things, so you got Quake 2554 sitting there, and you got your Quake 4 tweaker. And now what you want to do is just hit Quake 4 tweaker, and this reload config is going to be blank. You could click on it to change it. I just use the plus button. Status sounds basically means when you get in game, it's going to let you know that the loader has loaded and is working. I changed my FPS limit to 160 because I have a 4K 160 hertz monitor. Yes, it was very expensive. Field of view, I think this is at like 80 by default. I just boosted up to 95. Corpse despawn delay, I didn't mess with that. I did put force high image quality, again, just to do that. Skip intro videos, didn't really want to do. Totally can though, it's kind of preference. And then this is not going to be clicked. You click that and you enter in your resolution. And with this, I did 4K, which is 3840 by 2160, and then 16 by 9. It's kind of sweet because 16 by 10, I'm pretty sure those are those kind of like longer monitors basically. And to play this game in that, I mean, it sounds good. I have a 2-monitor setup, so I just really don't have the room for that. Maybe one day big office would be nice. But you do all this, you hit save, and now you're wondering, did it work? Basically, and how do I launch my mod? That's going to be probably your second question. So from here, you just launch the game as normal. You can launch the game from Steam if you have it in Steam. If you have like what I hear is called a cracked versions, you'd probably just launch it from the exe. Same with me. I mean, I have the good old games version, GOG. I think I got the game on sale for like $3.99. So you just launch that, and we're going to launch into Quake 4.
Tweaker loaded.
And you probably just heard that right. Okay, so it seems like the recording there did, and I'm going to lower this audio. It seems like the recording there did cut out due to like some Chrome issue. Occasionally with NVIDIA's G4 Shadow Play, whatever the hell it's called nowadays, it doesn't want to record when you have Chrome open, even on a second monitor. It's ridiculous. But anyways, you're probably wondering, how do I play my mod? Or, if you just used Quake 4 Tweaker for the base game, I mean, there's always that. But as you can see, this is looking very crisp, and your mouse is also moving very fast. But it's very crisp. You could tell it's 4K. And how do I load my mod? You're gonna not go to load game, because that would be the wrong thing to do. You're gonna go down here to mods, and you're gonna see Fracture Strogg, and you just click load mod. And now things are rebooting. Let's see here. Okay, there we go. Initializing menus. And from everything I'm seeing, we're still in 4K, I believe. It is going to look different just with the system, 1280 by 720. I mean, I don't believe I'm running in, I wonder if I click that, what will happen? But anyways, uh, I don't believe I'm running in any type of, like lower resolution. I'll also launch the game so you could see it definitely doesn't look like 1280 by 720. But here you're in the mod, and you may not be able to see it, but typically, with these recording programs, it'll show your frame rate in the corner. I'm not sure if it kind of overlays for the video, but it's showing that it's capping up to like 160 frames per second. Excuse me. And normally, when you launch this game, the highest that number is going to be is like 60 or 61. And that is normally all you get. So when I hit new game, then let's just make sure the mod actually works, right? Because we're running with this Quake 4 tweaker that supposedly doesn't work with the mod. So let's start the game. Obviously, we're going to have load screens. Some of the load screens take forever in this mod, in this game in general. I don't know why. I think it just is not using the PC fully. I mean, I got like an i9 and a 4090, right? So there's no reason this game should have issues, but it just kind of comes down to software compatibilities from my understanding, and things were just different, a little bit different then. So, older games don't always run the best, or, you need workarounds or mods. But that's why we got the tweaker. So hopefully, that works. But still waiting for the game. Alrighty, and then so we launched the game. And yeah, I don't know if you could tell by this image quality, but I definitely do not believe this is in 720p. And I am getting anywhere between 130 and 145 frames per second. Obviously, this looks nuts, right? This is captivating. This makes a great thumbnail, too, if you decide to play the game. Don't know why the screen just went black there for a second. I don't know if that happened for you guys. Brief flash of black. So we go through the intro, and I'm just gonna skip it. I know, terrible. But now I'm in the game. It definitely does seem like, you gotta let the game run for a minute. But it's going anywhere between 120 and 144 frames per second. This is way more responsive. Again, I did play through most of this on my OniXT channel, and my aim is trash when I play through there because it's capped at 60 FPS. Like, it's not meant for like this high DPI of a mouse. And now, I mean, I didn't even mess with the settings, and this is like way more on point. And I'll just give you guys a little gameplay here too. It's actually pretty nuts. Like, I mean, they're designed to look like ODST and everything too. And you can see that guy has a BR. And we'll just go ahead and get into some action here. Aim is still not the best, but way better. This is, if you played this without the Quake 4 tweaker, like, I mean, this is like leaps and bounds better. And again, it is kind of crazy. I'm playing in 4K. I'm getting like 140 FPS, but, I think it should just be locked at 160, but, maybe that's just not how life works, right? You can't get everything. Jesus Christ. But, yeah, I mean, this is pretty much how you do it. And I figured, some people are probably going to be looking for, we got the BR. Some people are probably going to be looking on like a installation tutorial video for the mod, because it can be confusing. I'll tell you, when I first tried to install this mod, it took me like 3 different tries and reinstalling the game. Again, I think it was like I was trying to copy the stuff from the 2550 folder into the actual main mod folder, or into the main game folder. Then I tried like just plopping the whole folder, and eventually I was like, what if I just drop this subfolder in there? Because again, there's like not too much of help on YouTube for this, honestly. That guy's kind of a badass. But yeah, I mean, it just runs so much better like this, and it seems like the game's stable. When I did have that viewer initially bring this up, that you could do this, I mean, it seemed clear he played for at least a few hours, and was able to really, uh, to play the game and that it was stable. So I can't guarantee, you know, it's going to be absolutely perfect. But I mean, dude, even increased field of view. Hold on. Let's do this. And it has gun inspections too. Or like you inspect. Look at that. Incredible. But anyways, guys, this is, I believe, the Fractured Gamer? Fracked. Something. I don't know. It's a new channel, right? We're exploring things. But definitely drop a like if you enjoyed the video. I am going to be putting a playthrough of this on this channel. So, you know, stay tuned. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed the video and enjoy this kind of content. Planning on doing various playthroughs of like Halo mods, this mod, and also some Serious Sam where it turns it into Duke Nukem. So I'm excited to hop into that. But anyways, guys, peace.